Warner.
And my name is Alex Stanley, and this is In the Middle.
Now that spring break is over, we have 40 school days until summer.
Because the end of school is almost here, the administration has been working hard to make changes for the 2011-2012 school year.
In the Middle staff has obtained breaking information about some major changes that will impact PA middle school students.
For our first story about the uniform change, let's go to Ayub and Josh.
Hello, I am Joshua Gritter.
And I'm Ayub Muhammad.
For the next school year, Mr. Kalmanar and the team leaders have made some very important changes.
Probably the biggest change that has to do with all of this is the change of the uniform.
Over the years, teachers have complained that students do not always follow the dress code.
You're right. Girls' skirts are often not long enough, and boys forget to wear their belts.
And everyone has trouble keeping their shirts tucked in.
Because of all these problems, Mr. Kalmanar has announced that we will have 2 new sets of uniforms for the next year.
Let's see what he has to say about the changes.
I'm really excited about these new uniforms that our students are going to be wearing starting next year. This is going to solve a lot of problems with shirt tails not being tucked in and students forgetting belts. And the new dress uniform is incredible. We are going to look so nice when we wear those for assemblies and for field trips and for fancy lunches down in the lower gym.
Since this is such a big change for next year, we thought we'd give you a sneak peek of what the new uniforms would look like.
Our first uniforms are the everyday uniforms for both boys and girls.
The new PA jumpsuit is ultra comfortable and stylish.
You're right. It also solves many of the problems with our old uniforms.
Absolutely. With the jumpsuit, students won't have to worry about tugging in shirts or wearing belts.
A bonus to the jumpsuit will be that it has pockets for books, napkins, and your everyday note cards.
Wow, how impressive. This is where you put your tissues.
This is where you put your note cards.
This is where you put your notebook. Pens and highlighters. Pencils.
The second uniform is for our dress-up days, like school pictures, assemblies, and of course, field trips.
Pulaski Academy students will really stand out in the community wearing these new uniforms. Matt is wearing a tux and Abby is wearing a dress.
Well, that gives you an idea of the awesome new uniforms that everyone in middle school will be wearing next year.
Sources reveal that the new clothes will be sold in the Bruin bookstore and at the Toggery.
Well, that's all for our story.
Back to you, Jake and Alex.
Thanks, Ayub and Josh.
That might be hard for some people to get used to wearing those, don't you think?
I know it will be hard for me to get used to, but I think they look pretty nice. In other news, did you hear about the school changing the food?
No, I didn't, but Ryan and David have a story for
Hi, I'm Ryan. And I'm David. One of the biggest topics of conversation in the middle school is food.
While at school, students love to visit the vending machine to purchase snack items to help them make it through the day.
However, the snack choices in the vending machine have been causing problems in and out of the classroom.
This past year, an average student spent approximately $275 on the vending machine.
Parents have been complaining about how much money they have to give their child to go to the vending machine each day.
In addition, family doctors are complaining that the average PA student gains about 10 pounds a year.
Scientists did a recent survey on what food is eaten in school. Most of the food came out of the vending machine instead of out of the lunch line.
Middle school teachers say that students can't focus in their classroom because the high cholesterol, high-fat foods are making them sleepy.
Nurse Jan has realized that students aren't getting enough nutrients from the food eaten at school, especially in the category of potassium.
Coach Hemphill, the president of the Pulaski Academy Health Committee, has decided to replace the snacks with bananas.
Bananas, a very nutritious fruit, are very high in potassium.
They lower the chances of picking up disease, and they also help grow strong, healthy bones.
Bananas are also high in iron, which helps hemoglobin and blood function.
Bananas are good for you because they have lots of essential vitamins and minerals that's good for the body. So it's a very good idea to do this, for sure.
With this new change to a banana vending machine, parents will not have to spend any money for their kids to waste on junk food.
And they will be pleased with their report cards.
They will also make the teachers very happy, so they won't just be talking to nobody every class period.
In addition, doctors will be satisfied with the healthy bodies of their patients.
Most importantly, the students will feel happy with the delicious, tasty treat of a banana a day.
So as you can see, everybody's excited about the decision that Coach Hemphill made with bananas for snacks.
Now back to you, Alex and Jake.
Thanks, Ryan and David.
Well, that'll be fine with me because I like bananas.
Not me. I hate bananas.
Well, let's change the subject since there's even more breaking news. Have you ever wondered what PA's electric bill is?
Yeah, I have. It must cost a ton.
You're absolutely right. Because it's so high, the administration is going to make some technology changes in response to the massive electricity bill.
Go to Cindy and Delaney to find out more.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
And I'm Delaney.
And one of our improvements of this current school year is all the new technology.
Many teachers got new laptops, projectors were mounted on ceilings, and smartboards were installed in classrooms.
In addition, new computer labs have been added to the 5th and 6th grade.
With all these new smartboards, computers, and other electronics, our energy bill has highly increased. The bill is so high that we have to sell all electronics on eBay to pay for it.
At the end of the school year, we have to remove all projectors, smartboards, computers, laptops, and printers. Instead of using so much energy-wasting, expensive technology, we are switching back to a more traditional approach to learning.
Instead of smartboards and computers, teachers will now use chalkboards.
But why chalkboards? Why not whiteboards? Because we already have them.
Because the whiteboards are so much more expensive than chalkboards. Don Swanson, head of finance and investment, and our president, Bill Mott, have agreed to make these changes, which will save over $100,000 for our school each year.
Our school is going back to no electronics. Things like the smartboards are causing too much distraction in the classrooms, and all the students are fighting over getting to use them.
As for the computers, kids aren't doing any work on them. They're just playing games and going on Facebook.
Students end up fighting over all the computers as well as smartboards.
Grammar scores have plummeted, and handwriting is no longer readable.
With electronics being removed from the classrooms, teachers will be able to focus on improving students' reading and writing, which have been ruined by the fast pace of all the new technology.
Here's a clip of Miss Ward, PA's Director of Technology, on what she thinks about these changes.
I have some really disappointing news in that we've tried so hard over the last 2 years to add new technology to all the classrooms and in our media centers. We've added smart technology, smart boards that the teachers and the students are really just loving, but the bad news is that they're so expensive to maintain. Our electricity bill is just through the roof, and it has been decided that we're going to have to take all of that new equipment out of the classrooms and away from the students. And I'm so sorry to have to break this news to you.
Thank you, Miss Ward.
These changes have already started to be put into effect as the first smartboard has been removed.
Here you can see it in the library. The first smartboard was taken down during spring break and is now on eBay for $300.
This is just a sign of the changes to come to our school as our school switches from high-tech to old-school education.
Well, that's all we have for today.
Back to our anchors.
Thanks, Sydney and Delaney.
That will definitely make classes very different.
Finally, we have some shocking news about the sports here at PA.
Chris and Kendall have covered the story, so let's check it out.
Kendall Greer.
And I am Chris Redmond.
Today we are here to discuss some changes in Pulaski Academy athletics.
Our senior high football team is led by head coach Kevin Kelly.
He's a very competitive coach who works incredibly hard to have a successful team.
Over his years as PA, he has led the senior high football team to 2 state championships with an overall record of 89 wins, 19 losses, and 1 tie.
For next school year, Coach Kelly has set a goal to break a new record with his senior high football team.
He wants Pulaski Academy to have the first state championship football team with a female coach.
Therefore, Coach Catherine Wood will be the new head football coach.
Coach Kelly will then take over as girls volleyball and 7th grade basketball coach.
So let's go to Coach Kelly to see what led him to make this startling decision.
We've been so successful in all our athletic programs here at PA. We're going to try to make something happen that's a little different than everybody else. Coach Mann's proven that she's an excellent coach and everything else. She hadn't given football a try. I know she's a good coach, and we're going to prove that a good coach can transfer to a different sport. So, as of right now, Coach Mann's going to take over senior high football. I'm going to take over senior high volleyball. We're going to make that switch, and we're going to prove that our kids are good enough under good coaching to win state championships in their respective sports. We're excited about the decision. Coach Mann will be the first lady to lead a football team to a state championship, and then I'm just going to kind of pick up where she left off in volleyball.
According to the National Association of High School Football, Pulaski Academy would be the first school to win a state championship with a female coach.
Now let's see what Coach Mann has to say about this switch.
I'm very excited about the opportunity to coach the football team next year. I think it'll be good for me. I think it'll be good for the program, and I'd like to take the Bruins to a state championship and prove that a female can do just as well as a male in a male sport.
Well, there you have it.
PA athletics will never be the same.
And our senior high football team will again make the headlines across the nation with a groundbreaking strategy.
Can't wait till football season.
Back to you, Alex and Jake.
Wow, with all these new changes, I think next year will be really awesome.
That'd be really cool if we won the state championship with Coach Wood as the head football coach.
Yeah, I can't wait for next year. I'd look awesome in a jumpsuit.
And I love bananas.
I hope you all look forward to how fun next year will be.
There's also talk about adding 25 more school days to the year.
That way we learn a lot more and make better grades. I'm for that.
Man, I can't wait for next year.
Me neither. Well, that's all for today.
We'll see you next time on In the Middle.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
April Fools!
April